Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Vinnie's Vittles. Tonight we're going to be making a pineapple chicken dish that is just absolutely delicious, and I know you're going to love it. It kind of has an Oriental feel to it, even though it really doesn't have any Oriental flavors. It just kind of looks that way. But it's a great dish that we're going to prepare together and serve over rice, and I know you're going to enjoy it. So let's get started on making that tonight. Alright, you're going to find the recipe for this down in the description box, but these are the ingredients that we're going to be using. We're going to use some quartered up chicken tenders, some fresh pineapple, a couple of tablespoons of brown sugar, some salt and pepper. We're also got a couple of chopped up bell peppers. The orange and red ones are the ones we chose to use today. And the secret ingredient that kind of brings it all together is the onion soup mix. So we'll be using those things as we get it prepared. So we'll start out by browning the chicken. Now we're using a non-stick pan, but I still like to add a little bit of Pam to it to just kind of help us along. So we're going to be adding a little Pam. Then we're going to be adding the chicken, and we'll just be browning that. Got our trusty tongs. Okay guys, we're going to brown the chicken, and basically we're going to cook it almost all the way through, because after we mix everything together it is going to simmer a little bit, but you want to primarily make sure that the chicken is already done before you add it to the dish. Alright guys, well we are just about finished browning the chicken. I think it's just about done. So we're going to begin to add the other ingredients. We'll start by adding the bell pepper, but I want to tell you a little bit about this recipe. May kind of found this one, and it's one that our family really enjoyed. We've kind of tweaked it a little bit because when we use the fresh pineapple, it kind of gets almost a little bit of a bitter taste. So that's why we decided to add the brown sugar, just to kind of help it out a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and add our bell pepper, nice and pretty, and add our pineapple. We're just going to kind of let that simmer together and heat up.
You know I can't not talk. I think that is so pretty.
Isn't it?
It just looks so fresh and yummy.
And these are all fresh ingredients, no cans, by the way.
Well, you're going to use packaged Lipton soup though.
Well, yeah, I am going to use packaged Lipton soup.
Since we did open pan soup last week, we needed to give a little fresher this week.
Get a little something. A little something to it. Alright, then we're going to be adding the Lipton soup mix, and we're going to use about 1.5 packs of that. So we're just going to go ahead and add this, and then about half of this pack. Okay. And we're going to add a little salt and pepper. Now again, you're going to add this to flavor. You may not like much salt and pepper. May's not big on a lot of salt and pepper, so that's probably enough for that.
Well, you can always salt it at the table too, so that's why I don't put as much in my food, because I don't like it as salty, but everybody else seems to like a lot more salt than I do.
Well, just, you know, that's why we say you can flavor it to your taste.
Yeah.
It's whatever, you know, you like.
But the soup mix has a good bit of sodium in it, so
that's true.
You really don't have to go crazy.
Now we're going to add some water, but you don't want to add a whole lot. I've got about 2 cups here, but I won't add anywhere near all of that. But we're just going to add a little bit, because if you put too much, it's hard to get it to kind of simmer out. So we're going to go ahead and add the brown sugar now to it. And if you'll notice the nice brown color to the water, that's the important part there.
The brown sugar too, it's kind of to taste, and the cool thing is you can let it simmer for a little bit and then taste it and see if you've got it sweet enough. I kind of know this is where we like it, because it almost seems to help it thicken too, the sweetness and the sugariness of it. I think it does.
Well, I'm sure the sugar caramelizes to
it
some
does
extent
kind of do that, and it kind of helps it. I think it just needed it.
That looks incredible.
It smells yummo.
Now once you get it all mixed together, see how brown that water is? That's from the Lipton's onion mix. and the brown sugar added to that also. It gives it that nice rich brown color. And what we're going to do now, we're going to cover it and let it simmer, okay? And we're going to let it kind of reduce down as much as possible, so it's almost like a gravy actually. So that's where we're going to be from here. So, all right, guys, while this is simmering, you want to go ahead and prepare your rice. Now you can use whatever kind of rice you like. If you like Chinese rice, you like white rice, you know, whatever kind you like. We just use white rice, so just prepare it as the bag says. All right, guys, look at that. That absolutely smells incredible. I know you can't smell it, but wow. The flavor is just, whew, it's so incredible smelling. We're going to go ahead and serve it up over our rice. Now, I like my rice a little stickier than most folks might like it, so I cook it a little bit longer. But, you know, you can fix your rice, like I said, ever how you like it. And also, if you don't like it quite as soupy as this, you can add a little cornstarch to it that can kind of thicken it up a little bit, or you can just let it simmer a little longer to let some more of the water evaporate. But what we're going to do is we're just going to scoop it up and add it to the rice. Look at that. Wow. That looks incredible. What do you think, Mama?
It looks yummy. I'm ready to eat dinner.
All right, guys, now it's time for the taste test. It looks delicious. It smells incredible. I know you're going to love it. Now it's my turn to try it. Wow, that's so good. Now, one of the things that I like to do to it, to kick it up a notch, is I like things spicy. You guys know that already. I like to use the Frank's sweet chili hot sauce.
You want to show them?
Okay, I'm back. I like to use the Frank's red hot sweet chili dipping sauce to add a little bit of more of that oriental flavor. It's a sweet and spicy together that really kicks it off, and I love this stuff. You guys should try it too. It'll really make it zing for you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video today. Don't forget to certainly subscribe. Share it with your friends on Facebook or Instagram or whatever you use for social media to spread the word. Let everybody know about Vinnie's Vittles, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week.